When you reduce sugar intake, one of the immediate benefits to your body is an improvement in insulin sensitivity. Insulin is the hormone responsible for regulating blood sugar levels, moving glucose from your bloodstream into cells where it's used for energy. However, when we consume high amounts of sugar, especially from processed foods and drinks, it forces our pancreas to pump out more insulin to manage these sugar spikes. Over time, this constant demand can make our cells less responsive to insulin, a condition known as insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is a major contributor to the development of type 2 diabetes, as it allows excess glucose to linger in the bloodstream, damaging blood vessels and organs. By cutting out sugar, the body is no longer overwhelmed with constant glucose highs, allowing insulin levels to stabilize and cells to become more responsive again. This resetting of insulin sensitivity is essential because it helps the body better control blood sugar, which directly lowers the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Additionally, reduced insulin levels mean the liver isn't overloaded with glucose. When excess sugar is circulating, the liver converts it to fat, which can lead to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, a condition that can evolve into liver inflammation and even liver failure if unchecked. Within just a few weeks of cutting sugar, studies have shown that insulin sensitivity can improve significantly. This means cells become more efficient at processing glucose, reducing the strain on the pancreas and making blood sugar levels more stable throughout the day. Consequently, people experience fewer energy crashes and may find it easier to manage their weight since their bodies no longer crave the quick-fix energy spikes sugar provides. In the long term, keeping sugar intake low not only minimizes the risk of type 2 diabetes but also helps in preventing conditions linked to high blood sugar, such as cardiovascular diseases. Reducing sugar intake plays a crucial role in lowering inflammation throughout the body, particularly within blood vessels. Inflammation is the body's natural response to injury or infection, but chronic inflammation, often fueled by a diet high in sugar, can cause long-term damage to tissues and organs. When you consume too much sugar, it triggers a spike in blood glucose and insulin, leading to the release of pro-inflammatory molecules called cytokines. Over time, these spikes create oxidative stress, which can inflame the lining of blood vessels, making them stiffer and more prone to damage. The walls of arteries, especially those supplying the heart, are sensitive to inflammation. As inflammation damages these vessels, the body tries to repair them by building up plaque, a mix of cholesterol, fats, and other substances. This process, known as atherosclerosis, narrows the arteries, restricting blood flow and increasing blood pressure. With narrowed arteries, the heart has to work harder to pump blood, escalating the risk of heart disease, coronary artery disease, and, eventually, heart attacks. Cutting sugar helps reduce these inflammatory responses. Without the constant sugar spikes, insulin levels remain stable, reducing the body's production of inflammatory cytokines. Inflammation markers in the blood, like C-reactive protein, CRP, often decrease, which has been linked to a lower risk of heart disease. Studies have shown that people who follow a diet low in added sugars tend to have lower levels of these markers, which correlates with healthier arteries and a lower chance of heart-related complications. Lower inflammation also means improved vascular flexibility, allowing blood to flow more easily and reducing the likelihood of blood clots, a major contributor to heart attacks and strokes. In the long term, reducing sugar intake provides more than just protection against inflammation, it safeguards the entire cardiovascular system, creating a heart-healthier lifestyle that significantly reduces the risks associated with one of the leading causes of death globally. Eliminating excess sugar from your diet can greatly benefit brain health and improve mood stability by ensuring steady energy for the brain and reducing blood sugar spikes that often lead to mood swings. The brain is an energy-intensive organ, relying on a consistent supply of glucose for optimal function. However, consuming too much sugar causes rapid spikes and subsequent crashes in blood glucose, leading to a roller coaster effect that disrupts brain energy balance, impacting cognition, memory, and mood. When blood sugar levels spike, there's a quick surge in energy, but as insulin kicks in to reduce these levels, the resulting drop can lead to fatigue, irritability, and poor concentration. This cycle of highs and lows affects neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, which play vital roles in mood regulation. Over time, consistently high sugar consumption can dysregulate these brain chemicals, leading to a higher risk of anxiety, depression, and mood swings. Reducing sugar intake can help maintain more stable blood glucose levels, providing the brain with a steady energy source that promotes mental clarity, focus, and emotional stability. Instead of experiencing drastic mood shifts due to sugar highs and lows, individuals are more likely to feel balanced and centered. Studies have even shown that people with low-sugar diets report fewer instances of feeling anxious or depressed compared to those consuming high amounts of sugar, suggesting that reducing sugar can positively affect mental health. Furthermore, cutting down on sugar helps prevent inflammation in the brain, which is linked to cognitive decline and diseases like Alzheimer's. Chronic sugar intake can trigger inflammatory responses in brain cells, leading to oxidative stress that damages neurons and hinders memory and learning. Lowering sugar intake supports the brain's natural defenses against these issues, protecting memory, focus, and mental resilience over time. In short, by removing or reducing sugar, you create a more stable environment for the brain to thrive, promoting better mental clarity, balanced moods, and a sense of calm that benefits overall mental health and well-being. Reducing sugar intake has profound effects on dental health, a benefit often underestimated but essential for long-term oral hygiene. When sugar is consumed, it combines with bacteria naturally present in the mouth to produce acid, which wears down tooth enamel, leading to plaque buildup. Plaque, the sticky film that forms on the surface of teeth, is a breeding ground for bacteria and accelerates tooth decay. Cutting down sugar reduces the risk of plaque and minimizes the environment in which harmful bacteria thrive. This, in turn, reduces the likelihood of cavities, small holes that form as a result of enamel erosion. Cavities, if untreated, can progress to the deeper layers of the tooth, causing pain, infection, and sometimes the need for expensive and painful dental treatments like root canals. Another advantage of limiting sugar is improved gum health. High sugar intake is linked to an increased risk of gingivitis, the initial stage of gum disease, where gums become inflamed, red, and prone to bleeding. Over time, if left unchecked, gingivitis can develop into periodontitis, a severe infection that can destroy the supporting structures of the teeth, leading to tooth loss. By removing sugar, the likelihood of developing gingivitis decreases, fostering healthier gums and reducing the risk of chronic gum disease. Moreover, individuals who reduce sugar intake often experience fresher breath. Sugary diets feed odor-causing bacteria, while low-sugar diets help maintain a cleaner, less acidic environment in the mouth. The result is not only healthier teeth and gums but also a boost in confidence from consistently fresh breath. So, avoiding sugar is a straightforward yet powerful strategy to maintain a bright smile, save on dental expenses, and protect overall dental health for the long haul. Eliminating or reducing sugar intake plays a crucial role in regulating hormones and promoting better sleep quality, impacting overall health in powerful ways. Sugar disrupts hormone balance by causing spikes and crashes in blood glucose levels. When you consume sugar, blood sugar rises quickly, prompting a rapid release of insulin from the pancreas. This spike is soon followed by a sharp drop, leading to an energy slump and potentially triggering cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone, to compensate. This cycle of high and low blood sugar throws both insulin and cortisol levels out of balance, creating stress within the body. This imbalance can have noticeable effects on sleep. Elevated cortisol, especially later in the day, makes it harder to fall asleep as the body remains in a heightened, alert state rather than relaxing into rest. Additionally, fluctuations in blood sugar levels overnight can cause awakenings and discomfort. For instance, a drop in blood sugar during the night may lead to a cortisol release to stabilize levels, pulling you out of deep, restorative sleep phases and making you feel groggy and unrested the next day. By cutting sugar, blood sugar levels stay more stable, reducing the stress on insulin and cortisol balance. This hormonal stability creates a calmer internal environment, ideal for maintaining steady energy levels during the day and restful sleep at night. Furthermore, reduced sugar intake minimizes the need for frequent bathroom trips overnight. High sugar intake often results in increased thirst and frequent urination, particularly at night, which interrupts sleep cycles and prevents deep, uninterrupted rest. Eliminating sugar leads to smoother blood sugar levels, less cortisol disruption, and fewer bathroom interruptions, ultimately allowing for a more consistent and high-quality sleep. Over time, better sleep also improves mood, boosts energy, and strengthens the immune system, creating a powerful cycle of wellness driven by the simple choice to cut back on sugar. Reducing sugar intake can significantly strengthen the immune system, giving your body a better line of defense against viruses, bacteria, and other pathogens. Sugar consumption has a direct effect on white blood cells, which are essential components of the immune system responsible for identifying and eliminating foreign invaders. Studies have shown that consuming large amounts of sugar can reduce the effectiveness of white blood cells by as much as 40% for several hours, essentially putting the immune system into a temporary state of dysfunction. During this time, pathogens can spread more easily, raising the risk of illness and infection. When sugar is consumed, blood glucose levels spike, causing a parallel response in insulin, which is tasked with bringing the glucose level back down to normal. However, this process also impacts the immune system, as the body prioritizes managing the sugar overload. White blood cells become less responsive in this state, as they share some of the same receptors as glucose molecules. Default text: this means that, with high sugar intake, white blood cells can become distracted by the glucose, reducing their efficiency in identifying and attacking harmful pathogens. This effect can leave the immune system vulnerable, especially if high sugar consumption is a regular occurrence. Cutting sugar out or greatly reducing it not only enhances the function of white blood cells but also reduces inflammation, a key factor in a strong immune system. Chronic inflammation caused by high sugar intake puts a continuous strain on the immune system, leading to exhaustion and inefficiency. By removing sugar, the body experiences less inflammation, allowing the immune system to focus on responding to real threats rather than dealing with ongoing internal stress. Additionally, sugar has been shown to feed harmful bacteria and yeast, especially in the gut, where a healthy balance of microorganisms is crucial for immunity. Excess sugar disrupts this balance, leading to an overgrowth of bad bacteria and reducing the population of beneficial bacteria that support immune health. With less sugar in the diet, the gut microbiome can stabilize, boosting immune resilience and making the body more effective at fending off illness. Ultimately, a low-sugar diet can restore white blood cell efficiency, reduce chronic inflammation, and improve gut health, leading to a stronger, more responsive immune system. This added layer of immune support not only decreases the likelihood of common illnesses but also improves long-term health by reducing the chronic stress that excess sugar places on the body's defenses. Reducing sugar intake has a powerful effect on inflammation levels, especially in the joints, which can make a noticeable difference in managing pain and mobility. Joint pain and stiffness are often aggravated by chronic inflammation, a response the body generates to protect itself but which can cause lasting harm if constantly triggered. Sugary foods are one of the main dietary causes of this inflammation. Processed sugars increase levels of inflammatory proteins like cytokines in the blood, which can lead to swollen, painful joints over time. In conditions like arthritis, where joint inflammation is already high, excess sugar worsens symptoms by prompting the body to produce more cytokines. This not only results in more pain but also in stiffness that can limit daily movements. For example, people with osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, or other inflammatory joint conditions often report that reducing sugar leads to noticeable relief, especially in their knees, hands, and hips, where inflammation can be most bothersome. The underlying science reveals that sugar, when ingested, stimulates the release of insulin. Frequent insulin spikes can initiate a cycle of weight gain, which also affects joint health. More weight on the joints, particularly in load-bearing areas like the knees and hips, means more wear and tear, leading to additional joint pain and further inflammation. This cycle is exacerbated by sugar's impact on the body's metabolic function, as it can lead to increased fat storage and a rise in inflammatory markers. Lowering sugar intake, in turn, can reduce these markers, lightening the inflammatory load and offering relief for the joints. Aside from insulin, sugar affects other hormones that regulate inflammation. For instance, cutting sugar allows for a more balanced cortisol response. High cortisol levels can contribute to inflammation and worsen pain perception. By avoiding sugar, cortisol levels can stabilize, providing relief not just to the joints but to muscles and tendons that may also experience inflammation. Over time, the benefits of reduced sugar can be profound, leading to better overall mobility, less reliance on pain medications, and more freedom to engage in activities that were once limited by joint pain. This lifestyle adjustment gives the joints a chance to reset to healthier, more functional levels of inflammation, helping you maintain joint health and prevent further damage down the line. Cutting out sugar plays a key role in sustainable weight loss and long-term weight management. One of the most immediate benefits is the reduction in cravings, especially for sweet, high-calorie foods. When we consume sugar, our body experiences spikes in blood glucose levels, followed by rapid drops, which can leave us feeling fatigued and craving more sugar. This constant cycle encourages overeating, leading to weight gain. By removing sugar, you stabilize your blood sugar levels, helping you avoid these energy dips and cravings that drive unhealthy eating habits. Another important benefit of reducing sugar intake is its effect on fat burning. High sugar consumption, particularly in the form of refined sugars, encourages the body to store excess calories as fat. This is especially true for abdominal fat, which is often linked to metabolic disorders like insulin resistance and diabetes. When you cut back on sugar, your body shifts from storing fat to burning it as fuel, making it easier to shed those extra pounds over time. In addition, sugar is a primary culprit behind the phenomenon of yo-yo dieting, where people lose weight quickly, only to gain it back once they return to their previous eating habits. By eliminating sugar, you create a more consistent and healthy eating routine that promotes fat loss and encourages a balanced metabolism. Unlike extreme diets that focus on calorie restriction or cutting out entire food groups, reducing sugar is a more sustainable approach. It doesn't rely on temporary deprivation but instead helps recalibrate the body's natural processes for burning fat, controlling hunger, and managing weight effectively. Moreover, cutting sugar reduces insulin resistance, which is a major barrier to weight loss. Insulin resistance occurs when the body can no longer efficiently process sugar, leading to higher levels of circulating insulin. This not only contributes to fat storage but also makes it harder for the body to burn fat. By stabilizing insulin levels through a reduction in sugar, the body becomes more adept at burning fat rather than storing it, supporting long-term weight management goals. When you stop consuming sugar, you may also notice improvements in your mood and energy levels, which can make sticking to healthy habits easier. Without the sugar-induced crashes, you're more likely to maintain an active lifestyle, which is essential for weight loss and maintaining a healthy weight. To wrap it up, cutting sugar isn't just about losing weight, it's about changing your relationship with food in a way that supports your overall health and well-being. By making this change, you set yourself up for long-term success. No more quick fixes or crash diets, just a steady path toward a healthier, more sustainable weight. If you found this information helpful and want more tips on improving your health, don't forget to hit the like button, share this video, and subscribe to our channel for more insights.